connection problems. Oh, hopefully the connection's good now. Yeah, we'll go over here now. How's the video look? Am I clear? See what we got there. See if this will fit in here. Perfect fit. Yep. How's it look? How's the connection look? Better? Turn off the Wi-Fi so we're running off of cellular data. Alright, well, we got the all working beautifully. So now, go ahead. Get the drill press. Get this guy going now. Alright, this one is my 7/8. Yep. I got this drill press for $70 from, where'd I get it from? Menards on clearance. I think it was a steal of this thing. My dad, whenever he doesn't want his, he's got a big, I mean, it's like 6 foot tall drill press, big belt motor. It's freaking cool. Yeah, I think it's pretty cool. Whenever my dad doesn't want his drill press anymore, I'm gonna pick that thing up. It's got a big stand on the ground. It's, I mean, probably like 120 pounds, really. It's ridiculous. Yeah, this little drill press is pretty good for what I need. If I did like machining and stuff, this thing wouldn't cut it. But for exactly what I do, it's perfect. It's tiny. Fits underneath my, wherever I want it to. There we go. All right. Planchette. Fitting right here. Oh yeah, you got one of the Harbor Freight one? I was looking at those. I was thinking about getting one of those guys too. I got the sander, the belt sander. I love it. All right. I'm just eyeballing this because it's be hard to center it up. I'll probably do one like this. I did some with the hole up here, which I thought was really nice, and I'm gonna do some with the hole down here, like traditional planchette is. And these things are made out of oak too, so. Right. It's an $8 bid. Starting to pull the planchette up from when I was coming back up with this. bump the stop with my arm there. These are spider bits. These are $8 at Lowe's. So I didn't know exactly what I wanted to get, and I was pretty broke. But I was like, I need some drill bits that would go through this. So I was gonna buy oh, what are they called? Where's it at? Hold on, I'll grab it. Oh, it's right here. I was gonna grab, I forget what these guys are called. More of these kind of bits, but these are a little expensive, and let me get some more of these here. And I don't know. It seems like these blade tips here, once they get like wood meshed up on them, they don't want to cut right. Yeah, I mean, these bits are junk. they're cutting good. I'm not complaining about them at all. But like the finish here, like look at the little whatever this coating is they put on there. It's already peeling off. I've used these two times for 2 of these planchettes, and that's it. Now I use these guys. I use the they're like 18-inch long, 1-inch to go through band boards to get water outside of people's houses and stuff. And they're perfect. They're perfect because they get trashed. Whatever, it's not a huge deal. But yeah, I was gonna upgrade to some nicer bits. I just didn't want to buy like specific bits I'll only use for these. If I'm not gonna sell a bunch of these kind of thing. Yeah, I like those bits. Like I'm terrible with remembering what like names and stuff is. Um, I like them. I was gonna buy a set of them, so it was like $25 for that one bit, and they're nice. So I want a full set, but I wasn't about to spend $50 for 2 bits and use them 2 times. So I spent $20 and got 2 bits. So I'll upgrade once I need it. Like, hey, I'm definitely gonna use this. It's worth the money because there's a lot more stuff I could buy for $50 for materials and stuff. So. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. No, you gotta be careful with router bits or something. All right, I'm not gonna lie to you. I got some Timu bits in here to make some tongue and groove. Where they at? Nope, they should be. Yeah, they are. To make some tongue and groove boards my own. These are off of Timu. They're like $30 for both of them. Some people say they're awesome. Some people say that these shafts bend. So I'm gonna figure it out. So I got that one. And I got this one here. So it makes like a tongue and groove board. So if these work, it'll make some of the stuff I build, like the quality upgraded, and to make it a little bit easier too for me. I'd love to join them and slide them in together. So, but yeah, I upgrade as I go. Definitely. I mean, so I bought a miter saw for $50 as a Ryobi 10-inch from some guy on Marketplace. He showed up to my work on my lunch break. $50, grabbed it out of his trunk, tossed it in my trunk. I used that thing for the past like 8 years. My brother now uses it, and since I'm running off an extension cords out here in my workshop until I get the power. So one of the things I upgraded to was the battery powered Milwaukee. Beautiful. It doesn't make my lights dim every time I use it, which is great. So, and the battery powered stuff is ridiculous. I mean, it's awesome. Like I had a cabinet that was in a soundproof, plumb all the air lines, and have my compressor in there, so it wouldn't be super loud. And I don't use air for anything out here. I've got battery powered framing nailer, brad nailers, pin nailers. I got all this stuff I need battery powered. Swivel bend. Not too fast. Yep. Gotcha. Yeah. Oh yeah. If I run those, it's gonna be like grandma's speed. Yeah, I sold it. I had the Graco electric airless sprayer, and they work really good. But I mean, I was thorough in cleaning these things out. They jam all the time. I hate them. They're the best, shittiest $400 sprayers I've ever had. But I needed them. They did the job. I literally bought these sprayers. It seemed like I bought a sprayer for each job, which was worth it. It's like, okay, I charged enough to be able to go buy a sprayer, I guess. But yeah, I think the like pneumatic ones have probably done a lot better. All right, let's try this again. All right, that's bottomed out. So I need to move my platform up a little bit. That's one thing with this is the bits are so long, and I only got so much to like squeeze my thing in there. So I gotta like do this here. Just make it just enough that I can pull my piece out. So these are a work in progress. I've only made 2 of these so far. Oh yeah, I've got Harbor Freight's so great. People can talk shit about it all they want. I don't even care. I love Harbor Freight stuff. It's just, for one, if you've never used a tool before and you don't know if you're gonna need it all the time, buy it from Harbor Freight with a good warranty. Why not? 2, their stuff's getting better. Now, battery powered stuff, I wouldn't buy any of their battery powered stuff. Oh yeah, that's. So I was thinking about doing. Need to lower it down just a tiny bit. Is what I did with the other ones was I got it to where it was just about to go through to where it left the nipple print or the indent on this side, and I flip it over and finish it off. So I'm not going into the plate here. And I had 2 boards here, but I don't have. Well, maybe I might have enough room now. Let's see if I can get another board. I don't know if I can get another 1x4 underneath it or not with this. Maybe. You know what, I can. Sweet. Yeah, so I'm not running into my plate. Do like that right there. That should be perfect. So, new experience. Trying to get this stuff done. I'll figure out a good process and be able to hammer them out. That's what I want to do. Oops. Yeah, that's kind of like pulling it up, but it's not exactly center, but it's fine. Check that out. So now I'm going to switch it out. With my bigger bit. Oh, it's so warm in here. I don't want any bugs in here, so I got the doors shut and it's just hot. Where'd it go? Oh. Come in here. So I got a dozen of these 1-inch. Yep. That's a good idea. I got these 1-inch magnifying glasses here that I want to inset into my planchette. So I'm just going to gonna do my best to try to center this up to where it's gonna be kind of equal on both sides. Let's see if just want to do a little bit. Get my end set there. Do a little bit and see what we got. So it needs to go down a little bit more so it's flush and not. Yeah, it's all a work in progress, but I like making stuff like this. So not just to sell, it's also fun. But I like making stuff that sells, that I can pump out like a bunch of them pretty quick, get a process down, and just, you know, come into the workshop, turn on some music, and just cruise, you know? So these are one of the things where, like a lot of stuff I build, it's bigger, so it's like I don't have something quick to sell, especially if I go to like have a booth somewhere. So these things are like, I need impulse buys. So there we go. See, we're all set in and flush. That's what you see through there. So now I'm gonna give it a quick sand, make this all nice, round this off a little bit. I'm gonna go ahead and drill the other 4 of these I have. Oh yeah, you don't know until you try it. And sometimes, I mean, some stuff sucks because the learning curve can be expensive when you're trying out new stuff, you know, especially when we're working. Like, you need the tools and you need materials. The materials never cheap. So yeah, no, it's this is part of the fun. This is where we have fun learning. There we go. So now, so what I'm gonna do is flip this guy over. Drill my holes. Oh, these are all like hand made, so they're all kind of a different sizes. They're not all, it's not all the same. So this one doesn't want to fit in there. Great, that's fine. Is that one? Let's see. Flip it. Sand this down a little bit more. A piece here to hold these other ones. This one is a little bit smaller. It's all right, but yeah, this is part of fun. Have an idea, bring it to life with your own hands and tools. Oh yeah, no, you can't cheap out on a plunge router, that's for sure. I was looking at probably a DeWalt is what I'm gonna grab when I get me one of those. I've got a palm router and a few other things, you know, all the stuff I need right now. But I've got a CNC router over there. Could make a spindle sander with a drill press. That's a good idea, so I'm not doing this. So I'm not doing this. Those things are expensive too. I mean, even the ones at Harbor Freighter, it's like almost $300 for a spindle sander. And if I'm gonna spend $300, might as well spend a little bit more and get the rigid one that I want. They're so expensive. works. This one's a little bit bigger than the other ones. Like I said, I hand sanded all of these planchettes, so you won't find one that's exact. You won't find an identical one. So all be a little different, which is kind of cool about them, I think. You know, being made that way. Makes it a pain though when you're making a template to hold them like this. Slip that on the spindle. Yeah, use a wood dowel like this, and I have to try. I have to see what I can get into with that. That's a good idea. Make my own. I like that. That's yeah, it'd be smart. Just put right on there. Call it a day. That's a good idea. You know what we'll do? This is what we're gonna do. I'll mess with the other ones later. I got this one made, so I'm gonna go ahead, hand sand this, and then we're gonna stain it together. You have to do that. It's a good idea. Thank you. So, sand this down a little bit, make it all nice and pretty. Around, want to get that hole. It's kind of not as sharp, but a yeah, sharp I guess is the word. I'm gonna sit here and make it a little rounded, a little bit more refined looking. I'm gonna drop it and catch it midair with skills. So what I was thinking about doing is I'm coming on here, of course, like this. But I want to make a Discord to where like craftsmen, because it's not, I don't want to say lonely, but it can be lonely. I don't have any friends that do this really. You know, I got a couple of friends that I can talk to about this stuff, but if you don't have friends that, you know, I mean, half the people I know are like, oh my God, you can build a deck? That's crazy. It's like, it's not that crazy. It's actually really easy. But I was thinking about making a Discord where craftsmen and women can go and talk, share projects and all that stuff too. Bounce ideas off of, you know, bounce ideas and stuff like that. I think that'd be pretty cool. Probably once it gets a little bit colder and work slows down, I'll probably get into that. Yeah, no, I straight up brought it back, but it was over here. I had a frame where you can't see it. Oh, I'm Spider-Man. Spider-Man shouldn't be balding at 33. That's all I'm saying. That's my only complaint. It's like, this spider sucks. Give me my hair back. All right, so I got that. Oh, nice. Should I do this one black, mahogany, or early American stain? What do you think? Right? Now, what do you think for the stain on this thing? I was in black, mahogany, or we'll do early American. So early American is one of my favorites. Looks like that. Kind of brings up the. Yep. It just brings out the grain in this oak. I mean, here's a close up. Look at that. This is old oak trim that I pulled out of a condo that I remodeled. This is literally it right here. Like, there's paint on one side, but I wasn't gonna throw this away. I've had this for 2 years, and then this is what I decided to use it on right here. So, all right, early American it is. That is probably my favorite besides black. You know, who doesn't like black? Get the protective layer down. What's up? And gloves, and just rub it on here. That's what I'm gonna do. No need wasting one of these guys. Yeah? Give them to me. No, that's cool. Yeah, no, I'm gonna be working on it. It's one of my things. I don't wanna start it and then not have time for it, and then it's just chilling there. And then if I have people like you joining it, and then I'm not there, it's gonna be bad. So I'm kind of make sure I have enough time for it. What, dude? I love that stuff. That's my favorite stuff right there. It's just like, oh yeah, I'll take this beautiful wood off your hands for free. Yeah, I've charged people to clear out barns, a couple $100, load my trailer up. I got half the wood sitting on the side of my. I got cedar beams and stuff just chilling on the side outside of my workshop there. It's amazing what people throw away. It really is. But hey, I love trash. Trash is one of my favorite things. You know what's nice about being a plumber? So I drive around all these rich neighborhoods. They throw away good stuff. They do. And I'm there. Oh no, I forgot my paper towels. Really? Jeez, you lucked out. Built some cool stuff with that for sure. I'll tell you one of my favorite things in my shop that's cheap is this box of rags here. It's empty. I got a brand new one sitting in my house. I completely forgot to grab it before I came out here. But I got paper towels, so it'll work. All right. Early American it is. Yeah, I'll bring you over here so we can watch the magic together. And check out that grain. Love it. I have gotten a bunch of oak here and there that I've used just for random stuff. But I've got a cutoff from my, I made a mantle for my house. And I got a 9-foot, 9 by 9 by 9 by 9 or whatever beam. And I made it into a mantle, so I had about a 3-foot cutoff. And that 3-foot cutoff is chilling right down there. Part of it had a little bit of rot to it, but I'm gonna make that into right gorgeous. That's beautiful. But I'm gonna make that 3-foot cutoff into wedding cake knives. Carve them out of it. Customize them. I think they'd sell pretty good. I do think oak might not be the best thing in the world for that. Definitely like walnut, like what you make cutting boards out of and stuff, would be probably better. But I'm gonna use what I have. I think it'd still be fine. They don't absorb water that bad or hold on to bacteria that much, but walnut's a lot better for sure. Yeah, that's beautiful. Oh, nice. Good luck. You're gonna need it because it's probably gonna be heavy but no, that's gonna look nice once you're done. I just have this big oak beam right on my. I've got it's like a 6-foot brick wall where they used to have a wood burner there, and there's like a hole up, like about 7 foot up. I plugged that up, put a TV over top of it, and then I got my mantle right there, and it was a bear because I did it by myself. I mean, he was gonna help me out. So picking it up, putting it on there, and hitting it with my mallet because it was on bricks, so the pegs were not like 100% square, so they were kind of jetting off. So it's more I got the mantle on to the pegs, the harder it got. So there's like that much of a gap behind it, but it's perfect because I run cords behind that, so it worked out. Yeah, 200 pounds. Be doing one of these. Doing the, I might fall down, but I'm gonna fall down or shit my pants, one of the two, but it's going on. All right, cool. So I got that, and that's dry already. It's so hot out here. I don't know if you see this. It is hot. I'm sweating. But if I open these doors to let any breeze in, I got my windows open. They're gonna come straight for these lights and attack me. right. I built an addition on the back of my house, and at a Habitat for Humanity restore, which they sell used building materials that people donate, was this it was 8 foot long by 54 inches tall bay window, and it was probably about 18 inches deep with 5 windows in it. And I got this, like, it was like they just cut it off the front of this house. $100. I mean, so I loaded up on my trailer. I had people load up on the trailer for me, and installing that after I got everything framed up, ready to go. Me, my brother, and my neighbor, I thought we were gonna die. Like, we had it, and it was like, my framing was so tight that my brother had to like wedge it up in there, and we just had to let it sit down. I thought I was like, if it would have came down on me, my legs have been gone, been broken. Nope. There were like 5 guys at this place that were like, I mean, they're about to die. I'm pretty sure 2 of them shit their pants and got it on my trailer. And me and a couple guys got it off my trailer and kind of slid it. But getting it up, it was about 4 foot tall. We had to get it up onto and then flip it up into the framing. Because I put 4x4s coming out of the ground for the piece coming out to sit on. So I had a base to get it up on, but getting it into my framed like opening, dude, it sucked. I think I have, it's on one of my older shorts on here actually. I don't think I have it with us getting it on there, but there's a video of like the framing and then the windows in there. I'm in Ohio, right in the middle of Ohio. So it is 80 degrees and muggy at 10 o'clock at night. Oh, yeah, no, and you got it in there, but I bet you it was sketchy. Just like, it's gonna go in there, it's gonna be beautiful, or somebody's dying today. Yeah, you're not far at all. You're in the UK but lived in Florida for 9 months. Yeah, it's like different worlds, right? I mean, I've heard that like compared to UK, US is ridiculous. Oh, I bet. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and get this guy set in here. Nope. Oh, guess again. I'm gonna use this stuff to secure this in here. One side's flatter than the other. Nottingham. Heard of it? I have no idea where it's at. You know what I do love though? It's Top Gear UK. It's such a good show. I miss it. Thank God they kept on coming out with more shows to watch. It is lacking. I got me a pop rivet because I don't have toothpicks out here. So I'm going to use this pop rivet to get this clear Gorilla Glue stuff in here. Yep. So you get the UK, like I said, Top Gear UK, best show. One of my favorite shows until they canceled it, but then they came out the World Tour, and that's fine. That's fine. I love watching those. Who's that British guy that stayed in the U.S. for like 6 months, and he's like talks about how different stuff is. Oh, what's his name? Sit there for hours watching his videos about that stuff. Yeah. There we go. I got my glue in there, so I'm gonna clean it up. Let it dry up a little bit and stick it in here. I think there's controversies everywhere lately, for sure. There we go. It's all getting wild. That's why. Oh yeah, no. Oh, I'm sure. Same here. It gets a little wild everywhere, especially some areas you go. There we go. Ouija board, planchette, numero uno done. It turned out pretty good. Let this dry up and then oh, for sure. Too bad you guys can't stay strapped. Get you some of these bulletproof vest. Yep, 1 down, 3 to go. Thank you. I'm very excited about them. They're probably one of my favorite little creations. So put that guy over there since it's done. Now I just gotta get the rest of these pumped out. My my big pop rivet. Perfect for gluing stuff up. One of my favorite YouTubers from Germany. Oh, not YouTuber. One of my favorite people. I'm so terrible with names. He mysteriously died after his house was raided at 50 years old. And he's the creator of... I'm in the middle of building it still. The fully 3D printed FGC 9. All 3D printed. Oh, how's it go? I'm still in the middle of building it, but 9mm carbine. He made bullets and all that stuff. There's a PDF file you can download for this thing, and everything you get is from hardware stores or how's it go? So yeah, I'm in the middle of building one of these fully 3D printed, even the buffer tube and stuff. And you use like a firing group for the trigger and stuff out of like an airsoft gun. It's pretty cool. I'm using a Glock barrel though. I'm not gonna make my own barrel. But there was a guy that had all that stuff about the 3D printing stuff. Oh yeah, I've got a few fun toys that I enjoy. I should tell you, one thing people don't have is their bulletproof vest. It's one of those things where I think, like, yeah, you can make them, but it's one of those purchases. I got 2, because I'm going to make a rack for them, so that's why they're out here in my workshop. But I'm gonna make a rack for these guys. I don't know exactly how yet, but I'm a plumber, so I'm probably gonna thread some pipe and make something fun with that, and wood, obviously. Yeah, kitchen knives. Oh man. Oh, there's plenty of stuff you could figure out how to use, but you go to the store. The ammo is the problem with you, is getting ammo for this stuff. Because you can make a slam fire shotgun out of some pipes from the hardware store and a nail, a welder. It comes in handy too. You don't have to have one. Oh yeah, so you probably get something, right? Being ex-Army. Yeah. I'm not like a huge gun person, but I like learning how to do stuff. And it's okay if I do it once. So like that FGC9, I'll probably build one of those. Honestly, really, I'll build probably one of those. Maybe a Glock as well. Buy the upper, build the lower. But once I know how to do it, sweet. Now I know. You know. Like, now I know how to do it. Sweet. Like I can also take stump remover and sugar and do some stuff. You know. You just gotta know a little bit of knowledge. 2.5-inch knife. Oh. Yeah. Is that the biggest you can have? I think my pocket knives are bigger than that. No, my pocket knives are definitely bigger than that I carry. Here. I made this thing. Here. Get you an old saw blade and a grinder. Something I made right here. Probably about 2.5 inches. Or maybe about 3. Make something like this. Just don't get caught with it, right? Jeez. I know a lady, she'd go to a club and they'd hide razor blades in the roof of their mouth so they could sneak them in. Like, I don't go clubbing. You know, I was like, geez. 25-inch machete in her bed. Nice. What kind of machete? I like K-bar a lot. So I've got a couple of those. Is this one? A couple K-bar machetes. Is this gonna fit? These ones are like way bigger. I'm terrible at woodworking. Jeez. Can you make them all around the same size? That's alright. We will make them fit if they do not want to fit. Flip it over and see if I can get better from this side. There we go. Nope. Gotcha. The first one fit perfectly in here. Now these other 3 are like, you know what? That's lame. We don't want to do all that. Where did I put that? There it is. A little more sanding's alright. The government tells everybody they shouldn't do anything, you know. Comply. We'll take care of you. We'll make sure you're okay as long as you serve us. And if you don't, then we'll make sure you're not okay. That's why I talk about food, water, ammo, and balls. And you can't trust nobody. Nobody's gonna make sure my kids don't suffer but me. And I make sure they won't as much. Right? Oh, I got 4 kids and a 5th one on the way. My kids aren't gonna suffer if I can help it. For whatever reason, they will be just fine as long as I'm alive. So, and I gotta teach them a bunch of stuff, but can't trust anybody with your own well-being because they'll use you for their own selfishness and then throw you away. Yeah, they kind of cut us off too. Nobody talks about it, but like Canada, they had the same kind of thing that China does. They like censor absolutely everything inside, going in and out. So yeah, but I try not to watch the news because it's too much. Too much gives me anxiety. That should do it. I was going to build a, I got the wood to build a nightstand. There we go. Got it. I got the wood to build a nightstand, and I want it to mount against the wall and then be kind of like a wedge style. So then the bottom wedge comes up and then has like place for your guns or whatever you want to store there. It's got like the fingerprint, which you can get like fingerprint locks for like $25 on Amazon. They're probably not good, but try it. Yeah, a floater mounts to the wall. Yep, different. Cause I've got a gun. I love watches. I need a place for my chains that my kid can't get to it and choke on it, you know. So I really want something that had like a concealed open where I can put all my stuff away, shut it, just have a light and like a built-in charger pad or something for my phone and earbuds on top of it. So that's one of my next kind of big projects that I'm thinking about. I want to build. I gotta do some plans for it and figure out exactly how I'm gonna make it happen. But it's one of those things where I've been thinking about for a while. So it's just a matter of time before I go ahead and buy some wood. A French cleat, yeah, that's a good idea. Put on a French cleat. It'd be easier for somebody to install too that doesn't know how to do a lot of stuff. Yeah, I was thinking about French cleat would be a good idea. I like that. That'd probably be the best way to anchor it. Like have it to where the French cleat's inset, so once you put it against the wall, it's still flush against the wall, and then just have some way to secure it to the French cleat. See, creative juices are flowing. Big things are happening, guys. There we go. That should be perfect. I like the way you think. I'll eyeball this guy again. Do it right there. Oh. See how wobbly that thing was? Oh, no, you didn't. There we go. It was like like a turd in a toilet bowl just flinging around there. Alright, let's try that again. I think I had centered on the teeth there, or whatever they're called. In the chuck. Alright, let's try that again. There we go. Not so scary. Also, like the French cleat was built. So the back was open, so the wall was. Hold on, let me read it again. So this is. Oh, so they had a cutout with a 45 at the top board that went into the French cleat. That's a good idea. I like that. Yeah, I was thinking kind of like that. Be a solid back, and then maybe have like a void that's like 1.5 inches in the back of it. That's kind of the void for where you can put screws into French cleat. Probably come up with a bracket for it. Yep. Who? Me? No, I'm not ex-military. Nope, I'm just balding and look like a military guy half the time, right? Nope, I'm an ex-skateboarder is what I am. Nothing fancy. Just a blue-collar guy in Ohio. Got through it. Oh. I think we got through it there. Let's see. Nope, almost. You know what? I got a little dent there, so I'm gonna go right on the back side of that. Come right in on it. That's a good idea. So you can screw it in from the sides, too, so you can't pull it off the wall. Yeah, that's where I've been. It's one of those things where I haven't drawn anything up yet, but it's in my brain. So it's like I go through, like, if I can't sleep, it seems like stuff like that popped up in my head, and I'm thinking of like how can I make it work. So like how am I gonna do the inside of it and stuff like that too. And just there we go, and just like that. Got a little wafer. Number 2. It's a good idea. See, I'll get the Discord up and start building it on here. It's been one of those things where I build it and get it like perfect, and I can start selling it. And I'll just share the plans with anybody that wants to build it too. Why not? You know? Why not share the plans? And if you're capable of building it, do it. Yeah, right? Oh, woodworking spirits, teach me the way of the stain. You guys like anime? There is an anime called Ghost Stories. And used to SketchUp. Yeah, what's that? But there's an anime called at 4 a.m. Why is it sketchy? Oh, just sit in the middle of one of these. Just summon some spirits. But this is the anime. It's called Ghost Story, and you have to watch the dub version, so it's English. And these voice actors were able to do whatever they wanted, like speaking wise, and just funny shit. So they're fighting ghosts all the time. They're like, it's vulgar and it's hilarious. I'll check it out. Thank you. Yeah. Usually I just get a ruler, pen, paper, and a tape measure, and I sit around a piece of wood, kind of see what I want to do, start drawing stuff up and going through plans. So I'll have to check that out. Thank you. Let's try that out. The fresh smell of wood. Look at that. Perfect. You guys were like $6 for a dozen of these. Cheap, cheap, cheap. I'm selling these planchettes on my Etsy for $13. You know, 13 a piece. I haven't sold one yet, but let's see if I was deep enough before I pop this out. Oh yeah, it's perfect. I think I'm gonna do this one black. What do you think? Got it. Yeah, I'll have to look that thing up. What was it? SketchUp. Yeah, thank you for the tip. Yeah, I'm 100% gonna look that up. Probably want to go inside and probably start messing with it. Thank you. Now I'm not gonna sleep. It's your fault. I was gonna sleep anyways, but when I get ideas in my brain, it's just like, yes, a hammer 3000. Yeah. But when I get ideas in my brain, when I'm sleeping, it's just like tumbling over and over and over, and just thinking about it. I wake up like, that's how I'm gonna do it. Do I have problems? Yeah, everything, every tool is a hammer at some point, no matter what it is. Yep, yep. Wake up, it's 4 in the morning, and you're like this. Put my earbuds in and I just watch stuff. That's why I write it down. I've done that when I did construction I used to do construction for myself. Had my company for a little bit, and I would like have a problem, like, hey, how am I gonna make this work with this? And I wake up like, that's it, and then you go back to sleep, and you wake back up, it's like, what was my fix? You know, it was perfect. ADD. Oh, I don't go to doctors, but I'm sure I could be put in some kind of classification of something. What do you guys think? Black for this one? Or like mahogany? Yeah, this is what I got. I'm gonna drop you down. I'm gonna go to the stain. I got black cherry. Ooh, we do black cherry. What do you think? Black cherry? Black for sure. Well, let me show you the black. Let me pull the black cherry out real fast, and that one's pretty cool. But yeah, I'm definitely need to do a black one. Kind of like purpley looking. Oh, you know what? Well, I can stain it and hit it with some sandpaper on the edges and stuff. Make it distressed look. You guys, you just all the good ideas tonight on a Wednesday of all nights. Love it. That's such a good idea. Black it is. Yep, I love the distressed, worn look. Hear me out. Black on top of it and distressed. So also the red will pop out. The black, like the black cherry, will pop out. Hold on, this thing is adjust it. There we go. Do it so like the black cherry pops out and the black's on top. I like it. Let's try that. Let's try that. We're gonna do all the ideas. So this will come out underneath it when I stand it. Might keep this one. That's the thing. Might have to keep it if it's cool enough to be mine. Even though I don't really like read books like that, it'd be cool. Sit it on my new nightstand that I build. Oh yeah, for sure. Purple first, let it dry, then black, then sand it, right? That's what we're talking about here. grab some paper towels. So I wipe this on there. Good thinking. Make sure that's not the need. Stir it up. I grab a mixing stick real fast to make sure this is perfectly stirred up. Just use a pencil and wipe it off. Just use a carpentry pencil. It's perfect for a mixing stick. I haven't used this one in a while, so I want to make sure it's not all in the bottom. Expose the grain, then put this on. It's 11:03 at night. So this is probably the last thing I do because I need a shower. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go ahead and do black first. Let it dry real fast, wipe it all off. You know, just show all the grain real good. And then I'm gonna do the purple where the wood is exposed. It's a good idea. So we make sure we can actually see it without getting it like all dark. 11 o'clock. Oh, nice. I used to play a video game with a guy that was in the UK, and so I would be getting. He'd be on in the morning for me, so it was really nice because it was called Arc, so you could get like raided and stuff. People would steal your shit. So he'd be on in the morning, I'd be on at night. We didn't really ever play together a whole lot, but it was nice because there was always somebody on the server there, so people wouldn't steal our shit. I don't know if you guys ever played Ark Survival Evolved before, but it sucks now. But yeah, I had a guy from UK that would get on. Alright, let's do this. Bring you in close again. Oh yeah. I don't know if I've ever played Warzone at 6 a.m. before. I think all my friends I play with now are either pretty close to me or like California. So it's only I think it's a 3-hour difference from here. I haven't played Warzone for a little bit, but they came out with Jay and Silent Bob skins. So now I gotta play. There we go. Gotta play the Jay and Silent Bob skins. Right, yeah. Yeah, waking up and doing that, maybe when I was like in high school, but not now. Not now. Now it takes me like 30 minutes for my back to stop hurting when I get out of bed, and then I get my clothes on. Right, I'm in my workshop as much as I can. I mean, that's a pretty cool look by itself right there. Not letting this sit on there too long. Yeah, if I can be in my workshop, I'm in my workshop. Ugh. My father-in-law and my dad have both had multiple surgeries, and I don't think it improved anything for them on their backs. I think it just pain. We do lift some heavy shit in the States. That's how we get paid. you're not smart, you gotta be tough. Just that, I always thought like my trump cards, like, hey, if I get fired or something, I can find a job because I can go do grunt work anywhere and make money as fast as I can. Can't do that shit anymore. So heavy, we measure in pounds. That's right. Check this guy out. That turned out super cool. Yep, that's nice. Right. Put some different gloves on. Nice. I'm 33 and I feel like I'm 39. I feel older. I feel it in my body. Yep. Skating and construction. Yep, that's it right there. Broken my ankles, broke my legs, fingers and toes. Just... One of my things, I was talking to my boss about this today, because he's like, ready to go home at 5 every day, huh? It's like, I don't want to stay here. I want to go home and see my kids. What, do you think I want to be here? Think I want to work for you? No. I want to go home. I want to be with my family. I want to make memories. Think I want to be here? Fuck no. I'd stay home any day with kicking, screaming kids. Enjoy my dirty house. That's the goal here. Maybe I'll sell enough woodworking stuff I can stay home in my little shed close to my family so they can yell for me when they need me. I'd be building people cool as shit. That's the goal. Alright, black up. Alright, let's see what we got. Alright, so I'm going to sand these edges. It's already looking cool. I love the distress look on this stuff. And we'll do those. Get this stuff exposed. Probably gonna let this dry long enough, but it is what it is. Oh, nice. Yeah, my buddy, he works in the oil fields. And 2 weeks on, 1 week off, and I couldn't do it. He doesn't do it anymore, but he did it for a while and just pays good money, but at what cost, you know? Oh yeah, I would love to work from home, like on a computer if I could, but I'd be out here. I'd get fired so fast because, like, oh, you missed this because you were out staining wood in your workshop where you shouldn't have been in the first place. Yep, that's why I'm getting all these, like, edges and stuff, roughing it all up. And then I'll put the purple on here so it kind of shines through on the edges there. Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to do where all, like, the wear marks would be on the edges here. Maybe at the bottom. There's that one. I'm going to do one up here. I'm right there with you. You do all this hard work, live paycheck to paycheck, assholes buying a brand new house, beautiful car and stuff, and you're sitting here doing the work. I'm right there with you. My boss and everything, they're great. I can't complain about who I work for. My goal is to be in this workshop, working from home. I don't give a shit what I'm doing. Building something. That is my goal. That's the end goal. That's why I'm out here. 11 o'clock at night. I just worked all day. Came home, made dinner, cleaned my house, did my dishes, came out here. that's put in the work. Hopefully it pays off when I'm older, before I die, preferably. Right? Right? All I know is my kids need a dad here to teach them how to navigate this shitty world. If I'm at work all the time doing that, I'm not gonna have enough time to teach them everything I need to teach them. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and do the purple on this now. I think this looks pretty cool. Excited. And then we're gonna call it a night because I'm gonna go get a shower and go to bed. And when I say go to bed, I'm gonna scroll on YouTube, then bed until I, wake up with a phone on my face, passed out. Bring you guys closer. How's it going? Have you got any sales? I know you said that last time that you were, you just jumped into it. All over the whole thing? Okay. Yeah, you got any clients? Have you got any work yet? Okay. Do the whole thing and see what we get. There we go, got the purple on it. Hell yeah. You make some money? Or are you still kind of in the... It paid what it needed to pay, but it's not like good money. You can't beat that. Well, it sucks about finishing something. Now it's on to the next one. No time to relax. Oh yeah, this thing looks freaking cool. I'm sure the camera's not gonna do this thing justice, but this is pretty neat. This one I'm gonna let dry longer before I set the glass. Yeah, check that thing out. The light doesn't do it justice for you guys. Oh, yeah, clear on this. Yeah, this definitely needs to get some clear. That's not too bad. How long is that going to take you to do all that? Yeah, I'm going to let this dry overnight before I mess with it because I got 2 oil-based... Yeah, it's all stuck to me. I got 2 oil-based stains on here. We're going to let this chill out, become perfect, even more perfect, all nice and dry. And then I'll mess with it. I'll tell you what, about 3 weeks. That's not too bad. I mean, do you feel like it was worth it for the money? Yeah, I'm gonna let this thing hang out. Friday, I'm gonna go live again. Wednesdays and Fridays are the days. Round 9 for me. And I'll go ahead and finish this thing Friday. So I'll leave it for the stream here till Friday. I'll take these guys off so I don't get this stuff. That's cool. As long as it's worth it. Don't let people take advantage of you just because you're starting out. You know, you show your worth and confidence. Make sure you get what you're worth, man. Don't just because you're starting out doesn't mean you gotta take bullshit money for it. Sounds good. Yeah, you just stop by Friday, and we'll finish some of this stuff up. I've got all this stuff to do. I got here a little bit later than I wanted to, so, but I'm gonna get a shower and go to bed. I'll see you guys in a couple days. Thanks for chatting with me. A ton of fun. Had a lot of fun, that's for sure. Building this stuff. So. Okay, cheaper. Nice. Yeah, have a good one, guys. Talk to you later.